am a sales representative with eXp Realty here in Caldwell, New Jersey. My partners and I, Andrea Quinn and Angela Penna, sponsor this website called parkbench.com/the Caldwells through our company, Just Simply Homes. Today I am here with Jared Zelia.
Yeah.
Hello, how are you?
Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you too.
Absolutely.
We are sitting at the Modern Music Academy here on Bloomfield Ave in Caldwell. We've popped in to see and meet Jared many times to hear about his story and the academy. This is awesome.
Thank you.
I was up and down the hallway while
Yeah,
I
it's a
was
lot.
waiting for you.
You don't realize it from the outside. It looks like a
No,
little storefront,
no.
but it's a 3,000 square foot full performing arts facility.
And it's amazing. And
Thank
to
you.
hear all the children playing the different instruments up and down the hallway.
It's a lot.
I could have stood there for an hour.
Thank
It was
you.
so
Well, you're always
exciting.
welcome to. We
Oh
have
my
an open
God.
door, so.
Do you do shows and whatnot with the kids?
Yeah, so
too?
actually this past weekend we just did our recital series. We run our recitals over at Caldwell University. We rent the recital hall, so our kids get the opportunity to actually perform in a real recital hall, even our beginners. It's really focused on the beginners.
Wow.
So, and they play on a $75,000 Steinway grant. So it's awesome. It's a really neat
Oh my
experience. And then we do our rock performances. We also stay local. We use the Ringside Pub.
Do you really?
So yeah, we did that 2 weekends ago. We were over at the Ringside. Our kids are there playing. Families are playing. People are drinking, having fun. We keep everything in the community. It's awesome.
That must be so.
It's awesome.
I mean, so incredible for them to have that opportunity to do that.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
you know,
it's got to build their confidence with
It does.
their. Oh my God.
well, that's what it's about, right?
Right.
It's about
Well,
it's about
absolutely.
learning how to play music and
Uh-huh.
being able to share their music with other people.
That's fantastic. So tell us, what ages do you start at? What instruments?
That's a
I
great
mean, there's so many.
So I know it's a lot. It's a lot.
It
We got a
is.
long video. We start really in the kindergarten age bracket. I mean, we do have some kids that are 4 years old. I mean, I started one girl, Ayla Schwartz, here years ago, and she's from Montclair.
Okay.
When we were in Montclair,
Okay.
we started in Montclair and then moved out here. But Ayla started with me when she was 4 years old. And that was when I was actually teaching and doing all the teaching. I have all teachers that do the work now.
Uh-huh.
But Ayla was 4, and she ended up she was young Elsa on Broadway. And Frozen. So, you know, you never know which kids. I always say we gotta kind of see, you know, I get calls, parents, hey, my kid really loves to sing, they're really talented, and instead of the fluff off, we always say, bring them in, let's check them out, let's see where they're at, see if they can handle it, can they read a little bit so that they can follow. So, I like to say 4 or 5-ish, and then we go up to, you know, however age.
Wow.
We have some seniors that come in. It's great. I love having the seniors come in.
Is that too late?
Well, because they're so enthusiastic about it. They love it. It's
Yeah.
they're doing things for them. They're not, you know, trying to see if this is career and this. They're just like, no, I want to play music,
Right,
you know. So,
right.
and that to me is the most valuable part. That's why we're in business. So,
I wish way back in the day I did something with music.
we hear that every day, but
Oh
it's
my
never
God.
too late. Just do it.
Well, like you just said.
Just do it.
Nobody wants to hear me sing.
No,
People have told me.
But it's not about what other people want to hear.
Right.
It's
right.
about you.
Right.
And that's our philosophy is it's your journey.
Mhm.
Enjoy your journey. Have
Mhm.
fun. Learn music because you want to learn music and enjoy it.
Right. Just even if it's a hobby.
It doesn't. That's all.
Right?
That's what
That's
it should
all
be.
it has to be.
That's all
That's
it
all
needs
it has
to
to
be.
be.
You know, it's if
Uh-huh.
I gave you a hockey stick and said, "Let's play hockey,"
Right.
and show you how to slap shot, I would
Right.
say, "Hey, you're gonna be in the NHL."
Right.
I'd say, "Hey, just enjoy it. Have some fun."
And it's all for me.
That's all. It's all for you.
So do you do all kinds of instruments? You just said singing lessons as
So
well?
we have over 600 students at the school, and so I know. So we probably have about 100 or so singers that take voice lessons, but we offer guitar, piano, trumpet, saxophone, all the winds, you know, all the brasses, violin, viola, cello. The other thing that really makes us stand out is we have a full recording production studio here.
Do you really?
So yeah, we have a full Pro Tools HD studio here. It's
Wow.
at a professional level. We're not talking like a little dabble studio. We have a full professional studio here, which is totally different than other places. We also have a full dance studio here too.
Do you really?
We do. So we use our dance studio differently. We don't use our dance studio for doing traditional dance classes. We use it for doing family dance classes. We do musical theater. We teach people how to perform properly. So we're not using it because there's so many great dance schools in the area. We don't need to be a competitor to that.
Right.
I would get killed doing that. It's not what I'm interested in. I'm interested in creating the whole artist, the whole musician, right? There used to be this term in artist development. It used to be a big thing in the industry. Well, we decided to kind of really build that out. What artist development is let's say you have a talent
Right.
and you want to develop that skill set, we can take that. Let's say you're a singer,
Mm-hmm.
and your goal is to maybe be on Broadway or maybe to make an album.
Right.
You can walk in here. You can start your lessons, start
Mm-hmm.
working at stuff. You can go into the recording studio. You can track your demo if you want to, or your professional record.
Right.
You can go into the dance studio and work on your performance, and
Uh-huh.
then you can get out there and start using those tools that you have
That's
in
incredible.
one location.
In one location.
Find
and,
another place.
and for any age.
For any
Young,
age.
young or old,
Doesn't
it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
What instrument do you play? Or do you play more than one?
I play many instruments.
Do you really?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah. So
no,
I started
fair.
off as a keyboardist when I was really young. I was 3 years old, and I played at the Yamaha School, which still is in existence. I started it in Fair Lawn, and I believe the woman who owns this one in Fair Lawn also owns one in Livingston.
Wow.
And she's wonderful. And,
Uh-huh.
and I started when I was 3, and I was there till when I was 5 or 6 years old. And then I continued playing music. Was also an athlete, so I kind of did music and athletics, and
Mm-hmm.
kind of had that whole balance. And I played piano for a while, and then in grade school I was able to take the trumpet. So I started playing the trumpet, and I stayed with trumpet even all through high school, even in college. And when I was 13, I was like, man, the trumpet, this is not working for me in the sense of social skills. So I was like, let me play drums. So now here I was, and I really got heavily into studying drum set and all that stuff. And then I went to school for music, and I studied music in college, and realized that I needed even more skill set, so that I started studying theory and composition, and started working on writing and doing that type of world, and was writing all different music for different people,
You can,
different
you
players.
can
and-
write.
Oh yeah,
Really?
yeah. That's
Do you write lyrics or
compose
music?
all of it.
Do you
All
really?
of it, yeah.
That's been like a lifelong dream. And you're saying it's not too late.
It's not too late.
Oh my
I mean,
God.
it just takes time to do. It's just
Mhm.
putting time and effort, right? So I try to explain this. I'm going to talk to you like you're a parent,
Mhm.
and or
I am.
Which you are.
You know my niece?
Yeah, I know your niece. I had your niece as a student of mine, Amber. I loved her. She was wonderful.
She's a doll.
She
I have
is.
to tell her.
Yeah,
I
she's
can't
gonna
even
love
believe
that.
it.
No,
I
it's gonna
can't
be
even
great.
believe it.
And that was years ago. See, and that's
Right,
how
right. She's
but
a teacher now.
I know. That's wild.
She's going to turn 25 and she's a teacher at
It's
West
so
Essex
crazy.
High
She
School.
was in my 5th grade.
Unbelievable. You
She
look
was
way
my
too
fifth
young.
grade. Well, thank you. I
that's
appreciate
crazy.
that.
Unbelievable.
When you told me you were a mother of 4, I thought the same thing. I was like, there's no way. And kids out of the house. I was like, no
Unbelievable.
way.
Time the years just fly. But I'm sorry.
It's like this.
I'm
It's
so
okay.
interrupting you.
So for me, I play all the instruments, but I had to take the time to really develop that skill set, right? But I loved playing music, but I really loved sharing music.
Right.
So I spent more time in the studio and doing that stuff. I like to say musicians are the most selfish people on earth, right? Because everything's about them. You know, it's kind of what they are, and it's
Right.
okay, and that's not a bad thing. That's
Right.
just part of what
They're
it is.
expressing themselves, though.
Yeah, it's them. It's
But
for
it's to share.
Right, right. Kind of.
It is. I mean,
It's
we want
kind
that.
of to share. They want other people to enjoy them. You know, that's what musicians do,
Right,
and it's okay.
right.
I felt very differently about music. For me, music was about creating a piece, right, an overall package. So I focused my energies on recording and engineering, and getting to work with different people and getting to produce. Now, the school is owned by me and my wife. My wife is an amazing woman. She was a television producer, so she had this really in-depth background of the technical creativity. So she had that facility that she really knew, and she was a very good business person. She did line producing, so she really understood
Right.
budgets and all these things. And I really understood music, the industry. I was very heavily in the industry also, besides being a public educator at the time that I was.
Okay.
And so I had this background when we decided to open schools when we moved back from Los Angeles. We were out there for many years and pursuing our careers and doing
Were
these
you
wonderful
really?
things.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
we were out there for
fantastic.
12 years.
How exciting.
It was okay. You know, it was LA.
Right,
You know,
right.
and, we decided we wanted to be normal people and have children and be like, you know,
Uh-huh.
around regular people. We're like, let's move back to New Jersey.
Mhm.
When I moved back, I didn't want to get back into public education. Not for any other reason, because I believe in public education. I think it's wonderful, but because I felt that I had a bigger calling.
Sure.
And I really wanted to facilitate that bigger calling.
Mhm.
I really wanted to grab the goals and energy of the kids that really wanted to capture music and the essence of it, and be
Right.
able to give them great teachers
Right.
and a great place to learn,
Right.
and be able to let
And
them
develop and
develop that.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
That's so great.
It's awesome.
That's passionate right there.
And that's what I did. This.
Oh, God, that's so
I'm not
great.
teaching much anymore, but I am able to facilitate a couple things, which I think I always go back to local business. For me, local business is the key to success in general for our country. It's just a huge thing. But I'm able to not just provide a service for kids locally, but I'm able to provide a way that young musicians and artists can make an income
Okay.
by teaching.
Uh-huh.
And to me, I get to put my head down on the pillow and know that these guys are paying their bills through school that I'm able to provide.
And through something that they're able to enjoy, love,
Absolutely.
and pass on.
Which is
I
the
mean,
biggest
and
work.
it's just going to continue.
Absolutely.
And that's what our website is all about, is just local businesses helping each other out and giving back to the community. I mean,
It's
you're
the
a
biggest
staple in
work.
the community. So how long have you owned the school? I know you've
So-
been in Caldwell for what, 6 years, did you say?
7 years.
7
years
years
now,
here.
and we were 2 years in Montclair
Okay.
prior.
Okay, so you've owned the school for almost 9 years.
Almost 9 years.
Almost 9 years.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So we've been in this for, now that you say that, it's been a minute.
It's been
It's been a
it's
minute. Went by like
fantastic.
this. It's like a child. You know, turn around,
sure
move,
it
you're
did.
grown up.
But you can see your enthusiasm. I mean, and all the children out here, they're just like so excited to get involved in.
Well, we love it, and we are, we put the work in to develop ourselves as a staple in the community, and we don't just talk that talk. There's a lot of people that, we're a staple in the community. No, just because your business is in the middle, which we are,
Right.
doesn't mean that you're a staple in the
Right.
community. The other day, I'm over at the high school doing their cabaret, doing sound for the cabaret for free.
Right. Right.
Because we're part of the community. We're out doing all of the talent shows when they need sound and they need extra help. They come here and they practice their shows and they do their things. Why? Not because of any other reason, but because we're part of the community. We're at all of the events. We're at everything that they possibly could use us for, whether it's in Caldwell, whether it's in Verona, whether it's in North Caldwell. We're always in the events. And
Fantastic.
that's different.
It is different.
That's different.
It's helping. It's being a part of, like you're saying, it's being part of the community, but it's volunteering. It's giving your time. It's giving your expertise.
Well, some people call it
I mean-
grassroots marketing. Some people like to say that that's grassroots marketing. I
Right.
don't believe that it is.
Right.
Because grassroots marketing means that I'm going at this with a targeted goal and I'm putting my signs up and I'm
Right.
doing these things.
Right. And you're not.
I never
You're
do.
not. Yeah.
Never. Not. I don't
But you
ever
don't
ask
have
for
to.
it. I don't need
You
to.
don't, but you don't have to.
I don't need to
You
do a
don't have
thing.
to,
I don't.
right?
I don't need to because people know that we're that type of company.
Right. Right.
And even if somebody threw up a bad review, there'd be 10 people that would take that review and they would shove it.
Right.
And that's what they would do because it's a different.
Right.
We run this business the way we would want our kids to be going to.
And that's just the way it should be run.
That's it.
You're gonna do it better than anybody else. So what are your hours? When are you here?
So when am I here or when am
Well,
I?
When is
So
the academy
the
open?
business hours for the school, if you wanted to sign up and take lessons, were Monday through Thursday from 2 o'clock to 9 p.m. On Friday from 2 to 7 because I do have working musicians and I respect their time.
Wow,
And I want them to
that's
be able
great.
to go out and gig and be able to do things on Fridays. Saturdays, we're open from 10 o'clock in the morning till 2 p.m.
Okay.
On Sundays, we're closed right now. In the near future, we've gotten a lot of requests for being open. On Sundays, we found that a lot of people are interested in more weekend hours. It's easier for them to get in. So we're going to accommodate that probably
fantastic.
starting next September.
Okay.
Our policies and the way we do things are the most flexible out there that there possibly can be. Because we are dealing with parents, we are dealing with people who work in the city, we're dealing with lots of things. So what we do
The
is
parents are gonna be the toughest customers ever.
they are, and
You know,
and
are
we
you
are-
a parent or
I am
no?
a parent.
You
I
are,
have,
okay,
I have,
so you-
yeah, I have a 4 and 6 year old.
Do you really? Oh
yeah.
wow, you're a young parent.
I am.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm an old parent with young kids. But it's our setup is very easy, right? Instead of long-term commitments and things like that, because it's impossible for people to do. We do our business month to month.
Oh, that's
So
great.
you sign up for a month.
Uh-huh.
If you like it, great. You continue month to month. We do a set tuition, whether there's 4 or 5 lessons in a month. So it's one rate.
Right.
So otherwise it's too confusing for people.
Sure.
If you need to cancel your lesson,
Sure.
you call us the night before or real early in the morning. Actually, I shouldn't even say that. We don't even need to call us. We have an app.
Do you
And you
really?
can go in and you just cancel the
That's
lesson.
great.
And
That's
then when
great.
you need to make your lesson up, it's very simple. You're going to get push notifications, and anytime somebody cancels a lesson, and you can put your lesson in that spot. Make it easy.
Do you know there is more on children's plate today than some adults?
Ever.
I mean, they are just running around from, you know, lesson to lesson to lesson, whether it's a therapy or,
Yep.
like you said, music or
Anything.
a sport or whatever.
I'm guilty.
So that's really,
I'm guilty
that's
too.
really quite accommodating to young parents.
It took a long
because it's
time.
a lot.
It took a long time. I get together very regularly with some incredible colleagues that are also music school owners from all around the country, and we get together. And I'm not talking in a large group. We have to be. We have our own very small group of people that have been incredibly successful. That generate between $1.5 to $2 million a year of revenue, and we discuss our strategies and our tactics and how we can be. One is that we follow very strong ethical values all the way across the board. So
Right.
ethically to our clients, obviously, ethically to our employees, our staff, our teachers that work here, and then ethically to the community. So that we're kind of following that. So that's number one that we kind of discuss. The second thing that we discuss when we get together is strategies on how we can build our businesses to follow the ethical guidelines and boundaries. So making sure we're not overcharging.
Right.
How do we come up with those balances?
Right.
Making sure that we have the proper times and hours of availability so that
Right.
people can accommodate.
Right.
How many teachers should we have in a certain voice? You know, for voice, for trumpet, for this. What should we have
That's
based on
great.
that? So we get together regularly. We were out in San Diego. We were out in Boston, and we get together twice a year.
And you're collaborating. It's
and
fantastic.
we're colleagues. We're local colleagues working globally.
Right.
So we have people that have 15 schools out in Seattle, Washington, and in Dallas, Texas. We
That's
get together,
fantastic.
and that's, to me, you humble yourself to success, and that's how we do it. That's the most important.
And look at your business, and it's amazing. It speaks for itself.
I appreciate you saying that.
And I was here for a half hour watching all the kids come in. It's like they're
It's kinda
so
nuts.
excited,
Yeah.
and you're hearing all the instruments up and down. And
Yeah.
this, I mean, and my partners know, and they probably have heard me sing once or twice before too. But I do not go a day without music.
That's
And
great.
I can't imagine anybody not going a day without
Yeah.
music. I have music on constantly. It's part of my life.
Yeah.
So now I just have to get in here and get in.
You
take
gotta
some
get in.
lessons.
Oh, and that's what I was saying, and I digress. So in the beginning, right, for anybody, this is what I always tell people. The beginning is it's a technical facility. That's all it is. It's getting a technical facility down. It's like when you learn how to type with keys,
Right.
or you learn how to, drive your car or ride a bike. It's a technical facility. We're not judging talent yet. You can't judge talent until technical facility has
Right.
some form of mastery.
Right.
That takes time.
So like everything has
It's
a
all
process.
progressive.
Yeah.
It's all progressive.
Yeah,
How will your technical facility grow? The more you practice, your technical facility gets better.
Right.
You play lacrosse, you first start with the ball all the way away from the wall, then you catch it.
Right.
Then as you get better, you get closer to the wall, you're able to go faster and
Right.
faster and faster.
Right.
It's the
Just
same
practice.
thing. It's
Yeah.
just practicing
It is.
time in.
It is.
And then once you have the right hand, you switch to the left, and you're back far away from the wall, and you're going. So that's
And it's
music
putting
is
in
the
the
same.
time. It's putting in the time
It's all
too.
in it. It's
So
all
now
in
that
it.
my kids are out of the house,
Now
I'm
you got the
able to-
time. I had a woman from Livingston. Her kids were both out of the house, and she said, "I want to take drum lessons." And here she
Wow.
is, she's 67 years old,
You're not really.
kicking butt, taking drum lessons, fulfilling that dream.
That's awesome.
And it's awesome.
It is.
It's
And
great.
I can't. I'm sure it's in a lot of us. It just never had the opportunity.
It's opportunity.
And the guidance.
Absolutely.
You know what I
And
mean?
support.
So-
And support.
And
My
support.
my wife never got to really play an instrument, and she's a musical owner, which is hysterical. For more, it just wasn't something in their house. It just wasn't
Right.
something that was
Right.
valued in
Right.
the house.
Right.
And
Like you said, it's never too late. So how can we find you? Are you on Facebook, Instagram? You're
everywhere.
everywhere.
We're not really on Instagram.
Okay.
The kids' gram, no. Instagram. I mean, we were using Instagram a little bit, but definitely we're on Facebook.
Okay.
It's just Facebook /Modern Music. And then obviously on the web.
Okay.
We're real easy to find. You just Google music lessons, any lessons you want,
And you're
Google,
there.
and we're there.
And you're there.
We're gonna show up.
And do you even know your phone number here?
It's 973
Uh-huh.
337 8624. That's 973-337-8624. Be there. I'm just kidding.
You
Felt like an infomercial.
It's hysterical because
Yeah.
I'll ask people that and they'll
They don't know their phone number?
No, who calls themselves?
Yeah,
anymore,
we work. So our phone operation works 24 hours actually
Okay.
because we do have cancellations.
Sure.
I like to
after
say
hours and whatnot.
we operate like a hospital without being a hospital. If you email message us, it comes to us instantaneously, and you'll get a response immediately.
Fantastic.
So
Fantastic.
that's the way we do it.
I can't tell you what a pleasure.
Pleasure to meet you, for
Really,
sure.
really,
Absolutely.
really
It's
is a
awesome.
pleasure.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
My
And
pleasure.
please check us out on parkbench.com/The Caldwell.